this week. And I tell you, there are a lot of folks that, they wait for the bye week to schedule an event, to have a wedding, a bar mitzvah, whatever it might be, a party, a bull roast. So this weekend is like sort of that strange week. We got Halloween happening, which is always everybody's favorite holiday, right? But Jerry's Auto Group has put together their fall car show. Now, they've been doing this for 12 years. We've been a part of it now for about half of that. And it is always sort of, when the weather's great, it's the most awesome thing in the world. I think we're going to have good weather. It is Sunday from 10 to 4. And I know a lot of people get into the routine of doing football on Sunday. Come on out, support them. I've got Bill Bolander here, my old pal from HFS and days of gone by of rock and roll and sports from Jerry's Auto Group, talking about
and beer.
Well, we've done a lot of things together, man. Way back in the day. Look, man, we always talk about Jerry's. We do appreciate the sponsorship of all of our afternoon programming. But this is the one time a year you call and say, man, I want to come on and talk about the car show because it's cool. My wife checked it out a couple years ago because my wife loves cars. Like, she likes the pictures on the website of the cars. She's a car person, and this is one of those things you guys put together as car people for people who just love cars, right?
Well, we put it for people who love cars, and also we're looking to raise money for one of our favorite charities, which is MDA of Baltimore. We love helping out that organization. I think over the past 3 years, as a matter of fact, we've donated over $100,000 to MDA of Baltimore to help some kids and families that are dealing with all the expenses and new expenses of, being in a wheelchair and all the transportation expenses and also research to help find cures for these muscular disorders. And so that's one of the other reasons is to raise money. But you're right, we always look for either the Ravens bye week and even this year, not that we're going to have to use our rain date, but our rain date was on like the week that they play the Browns on Thursday night. So we never compete with the Ravens on Sunday, whether they're doing good or bad. We know it's tough to compete against the Ravens.
Tell people what they can find, because, I'm up on the website right now. The website's jerrysautoshow.com, and I'm not being facetious here. There's just a lot of pictures of cool cars that would make you want to come out and say, oh, well, what kind of leather was in that? What did the radio look like in that? What are the upgrades? And, I see these cars drive by usually on weekends, and they're headed to your show or somebody else's show. And if you love cars, I'm not a car nut, right? I do see that Corvette on there. It looks like a 77 Stingray, sort of Mark Hamill Corvette Summer, and I would own that car.
Oh yeah,
I
would. Lots of cars here you would own. We have all kinds of cars and trucks as well. It's an auto show, not a car show, but so it's cars and trucks. We have all makes and models. We have Corvettes, of course. We go from C1 class all the way to C7.
I don't know any of the C's. What does that mean, C1 to C7?
It's just the years. It's I'm not the biggest car. I'm not the judging portion of our car show. I just promote it. But I understand that it's from the years. So you got the oldest ones are C1s, and the most recent ones will be C7 classes.
Well, you give awards, right? I'm looking on here. There's an amazing array of different kinds of cool-looking cars, right?
Oh, yeah. We do. We have about, put it this, we have $2,000 worth of hardware we give away. First of all, the first 250 cars to come register that morning will get a dash plaque. We know that's important to them. We have 22 classes. We just added also this year Best Mitsubishi. And then we have an additional 27 other awards. So whether you got a car, truck, Ford, whether it's all original or you've performance it out, you got custom, the way you like it.
What's a Mopar? I'm on the web. What's a Mopar? M-O-P-A-R. I don't know. I don't know
like
either.
I said, I'm the one who actually promotes.
No, I'm looking here.
Honestly, I'll tell you what. I was just looking down here. I forgot what a rat rod is, and I forgot what a Mopar is. But I bet
what is a rat rod?
That.
I want to see what a rat rod. I want to know. I want to Google that.
A rat rod is an older car that really, it's dark and it looks like a rat. And so if you Google it and then go to Google Images, you'll see it. But
see, I'm thinking like Grease Lightning is what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
Was that a rat rod? It probably was, right?
You know what? Luckily for me, the general manager and the fixed ops director, Jamie Gray, they're the car show nuts. So they do handle all that. I just work on promoting.
And me too, man. I do sports around here, Bill. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm trying to learn here, but I got low rider. When I think of low rider, I think of like Cheech and Chong's car. But there, let's see here: Chevy muscle modified car, chrome and fins, all these different Corvette classes, Ford muscle car, best original import, mild custom import, modern performance, pro street race car, street rod, truck modified, vintage original. And the vintage original, that says right here, pre-1948. That's pretty cool, man.
Oh, it's cool. You know what? I was looking down here, too, on our list. Best themed. I already heard from, we have the guy who brings out like a 1930, I'm going to guess a 1932 Good Humor truck. He will be out again.
Does it have ice cream in it? I mean, be honest with me.
Yeah, actually, he will be serving ice cream out of it.
Well, he's a winner right there if I'm a judge. Don't let me in on this, Bill. I'll rig it.
Well, you know what? We do have the People's Choice Award, which wins a first-place award as well. And definitely, when you come on out, bring a couple extra dollars with you. We have some raffle tickets. It's first of all, it's $20 for you to register your car, but it's a free event to the public. Registration starts that morning at 9 a.m. ends at 10:30. Last year we had 168 vehicles register.
Is that a record? Was that the biggest one you ever did?
Yes, we've been growing, and last year we even had to use a rain date, which usually means you're going to cut into attendance. So we had 168 last year, 150. Mid-50s the year before that. I don't have the number in front of me, but we've been growing every year. Believe it or not, Nestor, it's the largest, now I got to get this right, it's the largest one-day judged auto show in the Mid-Atlantic area.
Wow.
Now, there's other car shows that could have 600-800 vehicles there. Like there was just a big one in Westminster, Maryland a couple weeks ago, but they're not judged where everybody's judged.
How many states were represented last year? 5 or 6 different states, probably?
We have people as far away as Ohio, New Jersey, South Carolina. It's one, a lot of the bigger shows have already happened. It's one of the last big shows of the season. And we've opened it up. Like when we first started 12 years ago, it was more just a Corvette show. Then we made it all General Motors. And then I think it was in 2008, we just said, you know what? All makes and models. We got a Toyota store and a Scion store too, and a Mitsubishi store. So we have them all in there. We got a big Scion club that brings out a lot of Scions. And, this is a great show for the mom and pop guy who has his car that he takes all the shows, or for some of the different clubs. A lot of them will come out. I mean, last year we had a tank. I'm not joking. We had a tank.
Well, the show is Sunday, 10 to 4. If you're missing some football this week, this is an opportunity to get out, do something cool. It is right in the neighborhood, right off the highway, easy to find at 1940 East Joppa Road at the Jerry Worldwide headquarters there for the north side, not the Perry Hall side, of course. Yeah. You can learn more at jerry'sautoshow.com. I mean, you're like spitting distance from our tower in Towson, like maybe about a mile and a half as a bird flies. So very easy to find if you're out on the Beltway on Sunday. Everything from vintage originals to modern performance. All the proceeds go to MDA of Maryland, where they're fighting muscle disease. But you can read about it at Jerry's Auto Show and see some of the cars that are there. So you don't enter ahead of time. They just drive up and come up on Sunday morning early.
Registration's done that morning.
Okay, well, there you go. Easy enough. What else is going on, man? Listen, I've been out on all of your lots, right? So whether Perry Hall or in Towson, wherever, I know how many Ravens fans you have out there. These are the tough times, man. We know what parades look like around here.
Yes, we do.
This was what 3-4 in a 4-game losing streak looks like.
Well, to tell you the truth, Nestor, I was one of the ones last year that even when we started gathering up all the injuries, I mean, we were 1-5, I think, when we started getting a lot of the bigger injuries like Flacco and whatnot. I didn't see how in the off season how we addressed. It's almost reminiscent of the Orioles. I didn't see how we addressed our needs. I've heard lots of different people call. You have some interviews that you've done, and we haven't drafted well. And when you don't draft well, then you got to spend your free agent money on if we had a safety pan out, we wouldn't have had to go out and get Weddle. but
That's
Elam
correct.
didn't pan out. I can't pull that other safety.
Well, the tight end situation with Max Williams and McCracken Gilmore that they've drafted into that spot, even when Pitta, still could have come back and then gave Watson money. I mean, at the end of the day, Pitta's the one playing. He was the least likely to be playing. So,
Yep.
there's a lot the way these things work out. But they committed to an older team because they felt like if this happens, we have the quarterback. We have the wide receiver and Steve Smith if he comes back. That this could happen. It didn't happen, and I don't know what blow it up means at the end of the season. I really don't. I don't know what that means. I mean, it means C.J. Mosley has to play, and you have to figure out how to sign Brandon Williams, and you have to figure out if Yonda has more left because Smith and Suggs and these guys won't be here. Ladarius Webb's a question mark at this point, but you got a kicker, you got a quarterback, you got some young players, you got a left tackle in Stanley. You got to get on the field.
To get rid of the quarterback.
Yeah, well. That's because they didn't see Brock Osweiler play the other night.
Well, here's my take, and you just nailed it. Here's my take on Joe Flacco, and actually here's even my take on why maybe football ratings are down. But Joe Flacco is not a great quarterback. He is a good quarterback. I wouldn't say great. I wouldn't even say above average. He's good. But if you look across the NFL and you look at each division, who everybody's starters are, there aren't many good quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Not good, and a lot of the ones that are good, they're all getting old. I mean, I think like under 30, the only quarterback that comes quickly to my mind, there's two of them. I think Cam Newton's under 30, and Andrew Luck. And I don't know if Cam Newton has the temperament to be a Super Bowl champion, and Andrew Luck will never get there until they decide to invest in an offensive line.
Well, and then the other, the young kids coming in now with Wentz, and we're seeing Simeon play well and all these guys. They've been doing it for 8 weeks. I mean, wake me up 5 years from now. If Trevor Simeon's still the quarterback of the Broncos, I'll tip my cap to you. If, Carson Wentz is still upright in Philadelphia and throwing around, great. If Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl this year and, becomes the next Tom Brady in Dallas, then fine. But, Flacco's been doing this almost a decade now.
Yeah.
And coming off of this injury, they ran for 6 yards. They ran for 6 yards. I mean, and the offensive line's in tatters, and Perryman's running the wrong routes, and Flacco's getting blamed for it. It's crazy, but this is what the middle of the season, and this is real crisis management time for John.
Oh yeah, well, I mean everybody's, and we do. Because quarterback is the GOAT when you lose, and he's the hero when you win. So it comes with the territory, and it's true. He's not out there trying to get separation from these cornerbacks. He's not our wide receivers who can't get separation. He's not the offensive line who isn't blocking correctly or picking up the right scheme. And, everything does fall on Flacco, but rushing for 6 yards, I thought we got rid of Treshman because he wasn't rushing the ball, and then we rushed for 6 yards. Flacco has over 3. He's the only quarterback right now with over 300 pass attempts in the NFL. We're lucky to be 3-4.
Well, we got a week and a half to think things through. Meanwhile, you guys are putting on the auto show on Sunday. You can learn more at Jerry's Auto Show. Bill Bolander, our old pal, joining us here from Jerry's, talking about the auto show. $20 if you got a car, you want to get in, free, absolutely free to the whole family. You got food and stuff out there, and games, and what else is going on?
Our friends from Silver Spring Mining Company will be out. They'll be selling food. They got pit beef, pit turkey, and Italian sausages and that sort of thing. They're not selling it to make a profit. They're just selling it to break even. Put it that way. So there'll be some low cost good food to buy from our friends at Silver Spring Mining Company. We got a 50-50 raffle going on today. We're raffling off. I got actually I think you guys donated a $300 Ruth Chris gift card to donate to charity to help us raise more money for the NBA. Plus we got some different Ravens tickets, club level tickets for Ravens, Eagles. We also got our friends and your friends, I believe, at Robbie's First Base. We got some silent auction items from them.
Tell Robbie we said hello when you see him. All right, I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't stopped in a little bit.
This week to pick up the stuff, and I definitely will. And it's a great event. We go have some music playing from all genres, so you can enjoy some music while you're looking at all the cars and trucks and it's a car show.
All right, man. When you see a 77 Corvette, you think of me, all right? I mean, that's the one I want. Maybe a white one.
We'll have, I swear, we usually have somewhere between 30 to 50 Corvettes out there. I mean, we have a lot of Corvettes that's been coming to our show for years. And I'm grateful for all the people we don't have a show if we don't have the people bringing their cars out. And I'm very grateful. That's why each year we increase our number of trophies we hand out. We usually increase classes. we try to put on a really good show. And we got there's a lot of owners. It's funny, they'll bring car A out one year, and then they'll bring their other car the following year, and then a third car, and it's all up on as you said, jerrysautoshow.com. We also got an event on our events page, so please go to maybe either any of our stores' Facebook pages, but let's just say Jerry Chevrolet Baltimore's Facebook page. Say you're interested or you're going to the event. Please share it with your friends. We love to get the word out more, and I appreciate you also letting us on here and talking about the car show more. I think you've been hitting it all week long, so I appreciate that, Nestor.
We'll see you guys on Sunday, 10 to 4, out at Jerry's Auto Show, the Fall Car Show. Jerry'sAutoShow.com is the way to find them out there, and we don't think it's going to rain. So I'm sure you'll have a lot of Halloween costumes out there on Sunday, too.
Yep, actually we'll have, and if you bring out your kids in their costumes, we'll have some bags of goodies to give out to them. And from what I understand, with car shows that are usually around Halloween, a lot of the cars. Actually, I think one of our extra awards is best themed or best dressed up car, and for Halloween, and I'm sure some of the car show guys will have their pumpkins of candy out there for kids as well. So please, if you're heading to a trunk or treat or whatever you're doing this Sunday, stop by the car show for an hour and get loaded up before you go out.
Keep the candy away from me. I'm trying to hit yoga, man. I don't want to get all fat and doughy in my old age. Bill, great having you on, man. Appreciate all support for everything you guys do out at Jerry's. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you on Sunday, okay?
Thanks, Nestor.
Don't rain on our auto show. It's Jerry's Auto Group's Fall Car Show, the 12th annual. They're putting it together. Over 160 cars last year. Hoping to have even more this year. It's 10 to 4 out at Jerry's. 1940 East Joppa Road. You know where it is, right off the Beltway there at Paring Parkway. You can find me anytime, anywhere in the Bayou Toyota Audio Vault 24 hours a day from anywhere in the world by downloading the TuneIn Radio app. Our morning newspaper ships to you every morning via Planet Fitness and PlanetFitness.com. And I am a very available individual. Nasty at WNST.net always finds me. We are WNST.net AM 1570 and WNST Towson, Baltimore, and we never stop talking Baltimore sports.